Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. So I think that we said we were gonna probably take a look at some VODs today. Um,
Yep.
are there any sets that you can think of that you think would be instructive for this, or that you would like to take a look at? For because if we're looking at a high level page, so that we can get ideas to take for our own game.
Yeah.
I want to pick. I want to make sure we're picking someone that you vibe with, or that where you think there's things to take from them. Just because don't want to. You don't want to put somebody with a play style they're not going to be compatible with. So with that
Right.
in mind, if I ask you who comes to mind on that, who would you say?
I mean, usually I'd go Triff. Triff has kind of been my main inspiration this year. But you had also mentioned Aura, which I also really like Aura's playing. I also don't think I think I maybe watched one of the sets that they played this weekend, but I don't think I caught if there are any more VODs of those. I don't think I watched any of those. So,
Okay.
we could also do that.
I think Aura or Triff would both be a good call. Um,
Hmm.
I think for a change of pace, let's do Aura because I think that Aura is a little more
Sure.
by the book in certain ways. Um,
Yeah.
so I think that there will be a good amount that's transferable there.
Great.
With that in mind, Gommel.
I watched a little bit of the Salt set, but not really very thoroughly. I kind of just put it on.
Okay, so They played. Aura played Sunsei, Salt, a bunch of people actually. So we have a lot of things to choose from. Um, I mean, would you like to continue with the Salt set then?
Sure. Yeah.
Amazing. So, if I recall, last time we spoke, we were looking at oppressive options and trying to get more of those into your play so we can have a more a sturdier base. Um,
Yeah.
I just wanted to check in and see how that's been going. Just self-reporting, really. How would you say that has been so far?
I think it's pretty good. I didn't have as much time to VOD review as I had hoped on this last trip that I was on, so it was more just kind of uh looking at sets whenever I could, and then because we had specifically talked about low percent follow-ups in certain matchups, so I was I was watching Drift, I was watching Armada. I've been getting back into just watching some of those old Armada sets. Because he's still so good.
He
He's
is.
not using all of the tools that we have since discovered, but just it's crazy how good he still is.
The basics are on point.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Um, so yeah, I mean, I haven't had as much time to devote to the game as I would like to, but I have done a little bit of what we talked about, and I think it's going okay. I think sometimes I just want to get better at spotting things quicker.
Yeah. So let's take a look at this edge. Let's take a look at this structure here. So I
Sure.
think that when it comes to actually wait now I'm once again getting ahead of myself. So with oppressiveness, I think that we should probably define what that means so that we know
Okay.
exactly what we're looking for and what we're trying to take from this. So when you think of of an oppressive tool, what tools come to mind for you? Like character and their move.
You mean Peach specific or just overall?
Anyone in the game.
I mean, I think of shield pressure, like Spacey's shield pressure or Peach shield pressure, or any sort of tech chase follow-ups, things that are strings of things that are either guaranteed or hard to get out of.
Okay, so there's a certain there's a lack of what about something like Marth's Fair or something
Oh, sure.
or
Something
Jigglypuff's
that kind of
back air.
boxes you out or
Yeah.
walls you out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because so what would you say is the thing that all of these things have in common?
Mm,
What is the thing they share? The trait they share? Or rather what is we say it's oppressiveness, but what does that mean? What does that mean that they all have that makes them oppressive?
well, I mean, with those two examples with Marth Fair and Puff Bear, it's kind of those two things I think of as the disjoint where they're putting out a hitbox, but their hurt box is far away.
Okay, but why does that
And
matter?
so it's it's kind of low risk, high reward
But what makes it low risk?
because you can't hit them because they're
Ah,
hitting you and their hurt box is far.
can't. Can't is the magic word here.
Sure, yeah.
Because it's there's things you can't, because these are such powerful tools, There's a lot of things you are not able to do about them. There's a certain reliability and consistency with them because of how effectively they do a particular part or a particular interaction. So like in the case of the shield pressure, it's that you can't shield grab. You can't act out of shield. You can't it's like there's things you can't do that you normally could against like a less frame advantageous move. In the case of tech chasing, you can't like technically escape. Like in the case of really well done RTCs, you can't technically escape. You have to execution test or give up stage. So, or look for a way to like set up a very specific escape, which the opponent can't, which the tech chaser can know about. So like, yeah, absolutely. So let's look at like what Aura's doing here. Would you say that what Aura's doing, does anything that Aura's doing come to mind to you as being oppressive so far?
I mean, the offstage stuff already feels very, like those aerials.
So like,
yeah.
So gets her off stage with this dash attack, and then covers like the double jump sweet spot with the down air. So like, is this in the realm of oppressive, or are we not there yet?
I would say so.
So
I mean, like, if I'm...
So what's oppressive about this, then?
I mean, if I'm the Falcon, I'm... Like, there's really not much that he can do because of the limitations of his recovery. Like, he could maybe drift out a tiny bit, but it's really easy as Peach to just, like, drift into wherever he goes.
Right. Like, if we look at where he's recovering from, right? Like, he's in not a particular... Like, this is his recovering starting position with where he drops to. So, like, in this spot, he can't... Like, he doesn't really have a whole lot that he can work with, does he? Like, he can't double jump up air and make it back. Like, he can't double jump up air and then, like, grab the edge before she'll be out of stun, because he's going to fall and have to do the full at B again. So, at this distance, all Aura has to do is just, like... body block this with his feet, and then when Falcon comes up, boom, and then we just keep going, because like we know he only has one option the instant that we hit him here. He can't Falcon kick, he'll die. Boom, boom. And something I want to point out is like he goes for like an up air. I'm assuming he meant to fast fall that and like pick her up before Salt landed. But you know, Aura doesn't get it, so what does Aura do instead? Spins.
Down smash.
Exactly. Makes perfect sense. We're probably going to see that again.
I've noticed that Aura, as opposed to other Peach players, likes to go for fair in spots where I historically would think aren't super good, but then I've been watching a couple Aura sets here and there, and he just like manages to scout out these fairs. This one makes sense to me.
So what is it about this one that makes sense?
I mean, like, can you actually go a little bit before? Yeah, let me get the down smash again. And then I think that was a read. Since he jumped before the double jump. But also because Salt hasn't gone high yet, I don't think. I think it like was a calculated read. I think it made sense to go for that.
Oh, there's actually another reason why this is super good.
Okay.
What way is Salt facing right now?
Oh, away, so we can't do the down B.
More importantly, they can't double jump and grab the edge. So if
sure, okay.
So if Aura goes up here and covers where the double jump goes immediately, because he's put Peach right above like Salt's double jump, like immediate double jump aerial zone, which is why this misses. But then if Salt drops low, drops low, and like double jumps and comes in with a B, Aura is like probably up here when that's happening, like probably up here but out of lag when that's happening, so he still has a chance to edgeguard this low recovery. Because there's no fast way for Salt to get on, to get on, like to grab the edge or get on the stage here.
How did Salt end? Was it just from the down smash? How did she end up facing?
Yeah, it's just the down smash turn. The down smash hit her on a side, but then because it pulls you into her, you were facing away. It always does that.
Oh. Yeah. Oh.
I was gonna say, I think he's alive from that. Like, that's crazy. Good call.
Yeah,
This
that's
would
a
this
that
would be
spot
Falcon's.
happens a lot.
Yeah, this would be where Falcon is oppressive.
Yeah.
Because Falcon's like vertical movement and like high range and like huge moves. Like, yeah, he's kind of like Marth there.
Do you think Aura did that dash attack as an escape option, or was it a just because random?
I think that Aura was calling out like a roll through or something. Because remember,
okay.
he was like still he was like entering that interaction while invincible. What with spawn invincibility, like it wore out near the end, but like I think he's still trying to like pressure basically.
Sure.
That was an interesting Falcon punish, and an interesting Falcon punch. So what parts of this, what things are not oppressive? Like, what are you noticing that, like, what are you noticing that Aura's doing so far that you like, and what do you not like?
Yeah, I think Aura, at least their red salt coming back in, because he was starting to corner her, and I think he assumed that she was gonna like turn back around, which is why he went for that undershoot fair, but it ended up just like she outpatiented him, if I can invent that term.
Yeah, no, that makes sense for sure. What do you think about what's going on with this these exchanges? Like, we have a lot of like defense back and forths. Like, so we get this down. We get a nair knee attempt, which like that was a great air dodge.
Yeah.
And then like, why the grab for the onstage punish? You think?
Because he's a chain grab % still.
Yeah. And then like, if Salt goes off stage to like avoid the chain grab, then you're also like quite fine with that because it's Falcon going off stage. Like, you just combo him or hit him or whatever. So
yeah.
And then there's no chance of shenanigans with like, you know, S smash DI on like a hit of the down smash or like ASDI on it, or there's no like OMS attack if you go for down tilt. Like, it's a very fixed interaction in a lot of ways. There's not a lot of ways it can go wrong. So I think that that's the other thing here too. Like, grabs are oppressive because you can't smash DI throws.
Yeah.
So
that
like,
also, that nair that happened just now feels like a more ideal version of when he went for that fair earlier. Like that nair right there. Like, it has Salt running away.
Yeah, it kind of like covers that space. It's faster and then lets you like transition to another action, and it has like a persistent hitbox, which is useful for like policing Falcon Zone. Yeah, Aura's getting a lot of mileage out of. On the other hand, I do think the fairs have been good, like in some spots. I like this fair, but it's also supported by the turnip, which I think is a pretty key factor. Like this one here.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
That's a spot. Can we go back right there real quick? So
here, right?
Yeah. That nair. Like.
So the second one?
The straight up nair. I would think that we would want to drift. This is a situation that I'm a little bit unclear about because trading with Falcon nair, I'm not quite sure how it works. Something about that move is just like very mysterious to me. Not that this, like, if Aura had drifted forward, isn't there a chance that it could have traded?
Yeah, I think that this is probably a mistake.
Okay.
Because like nair requires us to like let go of the stick when we're like nair requires us to let go of the stick to do it. So I have a feeling he probably just let go of his stick like a frame or two early on jump squat or something.
And missed the drift.
Yeah, and just didn't move forward off it. Exactly.
I like that back air.
What do you like about the back air? Oh, like the counter hit back air? Yeah.
The counter hit back air, yeah.
Yeah, that one's good. Like, what I think is like stands out to me is that whenever like Aura has a chance to like put an action in a relevant spot, he is willing to do so. Like, he is using the moments where he's out of stun extremely effectively. And Salt and like his DI's also been very good too. Like, he's probably gonna survive that. Oh dang, I was like, I like it looks like kill %, but I'm like, I don't know. Like that last one did too.
Sometimes Peach also just like lives the craziest shit.
Sometimes she just does. So I would say that like something that's understated is how difficult it is for like characters who don't have like good disjoint. Like usually, actually, like whiff punishing Peach is really hard in general if she wants to be. Like, you see what I mean? Like the exchanges that Salt is getting isn't really like she's whiff punishing Aura. It's more that she's like putting her moves in like important spots where Aura is moving into. See what I mean? But it's not usually like it's not like when Aura lands, he's almost always safe. And I think that's like that in a way is a form of being oppressive. Because, like, if you can't punish, if the window to punish something is so small that you can't consistently do it, then, like, yeah, you're not going to go for it. Like, you can't go for it the same way that you would. Like, imagine if you were trying to do any of this with Ganondorf. It doesn't work. Because, like, he's L-canceling for 12, or, like, 15 or whatever. And then the instant he loses, Salt is going to be all over him. In that case, but with Peach, like, you know, she doesn't have the same range as him, but, like, at the same time, like, 4 frames of landing lag is, like, fucking nothing.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, so, like, you can see, like, you can see the strength of, like, of this approach, because, like, normally, if characters were missing this many attacks versus Captain Falcon of all characters, like, they would definitely be getting, like, hit for it. Like, maybe not all of them, but certainly some of them.
Right.
The classic...
Nair carry-off?
Yeah.
That just feels like drift to me.
That's the Armada. That is 100%.
No, that is the Armada. That is the Armada. You're right.
Yeah. I feel like when you get, like, Mango with it, it's like, yeah. For, like, years and years and years. So something I'm gonna call attention to is, like, look at how many liberties Aura is willing to take with his aerials because he has this, like, because he has this established. So, like, one thing I would comment here is, he's not going only for aerials. They are an important part of the system. Oh my god, beautiful conversion.
Wow. That was crazy.
Yeah, wasn't it? So this is like past the chain grab percent. The reason that Aura got an extension was because Salt DI'd to the side at the end of the chain grab percent. Because end of the chain grab percent is 69. But so then like following that, I'm pretty sure this is weak hit. Like, let's see here. Yep, 12 damage. Weak hit up air. Like, this is not it's like, or the middle hit up air, like the medium power one.
Right.
And then, yeah, the weak back air into, like, Nair. This is beautiful. Yeah. So, like, everything here has what's really, really stellar here is everything he does has a purpose here. So, like, the Nair, the up air first is to, like, and I think the reason he short hops it is because he's trying to use, like, his drift as he's coming down in relation to, like, Salt's DI to, like, decide where he's landing. You see that he, like, kind of, like, pulls back a little bit and then goes down. So the reason for that is because he's then setting up this back air. See what I mean? Because they can now just
reacting to Salt's
DI on
DI off the up air
to then inform his drift, so then he can get this clean, like, jump up and then hold full forward.
Okay.
Because you see he's, like, going super far forward right now, right?
Yeah.
Like, watch the motion.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's kind of like short up airs, sees the direction, adjusts fast falls, and adjusts his drift and fast falls back to the ground so he's in the right spot. Then, like, jump up, and then the instant he's about, like, maybe, like, up to Peach's, like, crown off, like, up to Peach's, like, chest off the ground. Like, full hold forward so that he builds up to max speed. And while he's doing the soft back air, and then just, gets this. And then again, like, Salt is turned around, can't Falcon kick. She could have DI'd that, like, down smash better. Like, she could have done the DI down, one hit down, the other up. But there are certain risks, I believe, with that setup. That are, like, there are certain risks with doing that. Like, I think that if you do that and she, like, goes for Nair, and Peach goes for Nair, then you wind up getting into the Omsa Tech loop, and then, like, you're just basically dead. If the Peach follows up.
Delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, so, like, I feel like that's interesting, because, like, that means that Aura essentially just played scissors, like, 3 times on every single edge guard. like every single onstage edgeguard, he either played scissors or like something that doesn't really interact with the system at all with grab, which is like fascinating to me. Like that's such a, I don't know, I didn't expect that.
Do you think that Salt was playing in any particular like I don't know, when I compare this to, because I feel like Salt never really loses to Peaches other than like Aura and that one time against Sir Maris, which that set is legendary. But I feel like I don't know if have there been any other Peaches that have beaten Salt, at least in recent years.
I can't think of any.
Yeah, I'm just wondering like.
I mean, like, Triff has beaten Wizrobe. Like, Wizrobe is basically undefeated in the matchup other than, like, losing to Triff twice. And then, like, Salt is just, like, Salt is Sir Maris and Aura here, I think. And then, yeah. Because, like, I think that she normally farms Laud.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
It's weird. Like, this matchup's we've got a weird meta. Yoshi, what are your thoughts on Yoshi's story? Do you like Yoshi's story against this guy?
I'm not mad at it. I like that my area of influence is bigger. But you know, it also applies to him. But I think I used to hate it, but now I'm coming around.
What do you think about what we've been seeing so far, like from this match opening?
Yeah, so far they're kind of just both in each other's zone, and then we get a mistech. Oh, that up smash had to be accidental.
Probably a wrong buffered thing. Probably was like supposed to be a roll or something.
Sure, yeah.
So what do you notice? Like, so let's actually look at some of this. So when Aura gets this, when Aura goes for like the hit that he goes for, this hard hit dash attack, what could have Salt done about that hit? Like assuming that Aura's gonna get that hit, what sort of defensive things could Assault have done to mitigate damage here?
CC?
Well, I mean, like, I think she got hit out of something, so I don't know. She could ASDI down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, she missed something. Or, no, was going for dash away. So, basically, this connects. So, ASDI down could work, so he could, potentially tech it. What techs are good here? Let's assume that, like, she gets that, too. What techs are good for her here?
Can she get to plat from this hit? I don't know if...
No, I mean, like, we're holding down and teching. So, like, this would be like an OMS attack.
Like, you're saying in place, out, or in?
Yeah.
I mean, out usually against Peach is good because she's slow.
So basically, what about in place or over here, or no tech?
In place feels dangerous because just down smash.
Right.
No tech also feels dangerous because down smash.
Going over here, probably same thing, because you probably just like run over and hit him.
Because I also feel like the end lag of dash attack is not long enough for Peach to not be able to get a follow up there. So I feel like teching out is probably the only way, right?
Yeah. So there's one way. So I think if you OMSA tech stand, like if you do it in place, you might be able to punish. I think you can grab this dash attack. No tech, you're in trouble. Tech roll forward, you're definitely in trouble. So like there's one option, but it requires you to hit have confidence in the grab. Like you have to be ready for it basically. Roll away is good. In place is good, but in place is good, but I'd say not as good as like roll away. And then like the other two.
For in place, you're saying OMSA tech grab, and the grab comes out during end lag of Peach dash attack?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like we can quickly confirm that. That's super easy. Peach, because the tech stand is just 26. So where's dash attack? Down smash, dash attack. Total 37, so 8 plus 26. No, we're hitting on the initial frames. So like one of these plus 26. And 6 plus 26, 32. Actually, no. I think that she's actually fine. Based on this. Yeah, because it would be like, he gets hit here, then from here to 7, like it would be... Yeah, so no, she is A-okay.
Wow.
Because like he's gonna grab like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's gonna be grabbing basically when she's here. So like she could spot dodge, she could jab, she could get her like yeah, she's got things she can do.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like right, and like you also then have to be like perfectly grabbing out of a tech stand like a tech stand here. Yeah, so tech in place isn't really particularly exciting. It's not like the end of the wait. Yeah, so tech in place is not exciting. It's not the end of the world, but you're kind of like tying sort of, which is. But then you're also next to Peach, on the ground. So you're ahead by a bit, but you're also in trouble. It's okay. Tech roll away is great, and then the other two are terrible.
Sure.
So we have 1.5 options that kind of work, even if we hit the best defense we possibly can against this move.
Mm-hmm.
So this would be pretty oppressive.
Right.
Yeah. What about that? What about that down smash? How do we feel about that?
The down smash was a good because it was almost back to neutral. Or not neutral, but like I think the advantage state was slipping away, but then that wave dash back really made it happen, brought it back.
Right, and what can Salt do about this to like prevent punishment?
She can hold down to get hit by the another one to get hit, right?
Yeah, so she can take more damage.
Yeah,
but like probably get like she can take like more damage and get out of her ASDI down %.
Yeah.
For like most things, which is getting out is good, but like again, like you see what I mean? Like all of these decisions are funneling in very specific, like they're leaving so little room for counterplay, because like there's the best thing you can do if you're ready for it in a lot of these spots is like there's one out there, we've seen a situation like a punish option where there's one good outcome if you hit the ASDI down initially, and if you don't, then yeah, like nothing's good because you get launched by Peach dash attack, and then in the case of like, that down smash, it's just like how Aura is hitting him, Captain Falcon. Like it's just there's nothing good for Salt to do except really just like take more damage or just hope. Like there's so few things that Salt can do about any of these hits. Yeah. Like when they connect, it's just DI and like try to like be in a like a less bad spot. But there's no like there's no possibility for her to like counter attack. There's no possibility for her to get to like score a reversal. This is all just solid.
Yeah.
So, what are some things that we can take from this that you want to see applied to your game? Like, what is is there anything so far that you think that would be like really good for you to like? Because like a lot of being oppressive is like understanding that some moves are just kind of stronger than others. What are some moves that you think that are looking like they're stronger than others, and in what situations do you think that we should be using? Like, what situations do they come up in?
Yeah, I'm thinking. I am right now, as you're asking this question, thinking about this matchup, and I think being oppressive is something that I kind of struggle with. It depends on the level of player, but like if I'm playing against, there's a handful of Falcons here in SoCal that when I play against them, I'm like I just have no clue what to do, and I'm wondering if it's. So yeah, I don't know.
So no, that's good. This is good. So like when you're fighting these Falcons, like let's say the Falcon is like you're fighting here. If you when you see that like this like missed back here that's gonna come up, what is your thought? Do you think dash attack here or do you think something else?
Sorry, can you go back a little bit?
Absolutely. So it's the one coming off the platform, the top one, this one here.
That one right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I typically would go for dash attack there.
Okay. And what about like what do you think about with the things that follow? Because they get into a scrap after here, like after this missed one.
Mm-hmm.
Does that down smash make sense?
I think it does make sense.
Do you think you'd do something else?
But it also feels a slightly panicked. I mean, I think it works. Like it definitely works. Or maybe I'm projecting. Like if I do that down smash, it's not because I'm thinking. It's because it just feels like am supposed to.
What's wrong with that?
'Cause sometimes when I feel like I'm supposed to down smash, I'm actually not. But like,
Okay.
maybe can we go back a little bit just to get the context of that one more time? So we get this dash attack, and then the grab whiffs, and we go for another dash attack. Well, I mean, the down smash makes sense because Falcon is cornered, and I'm pretty sure that they're. Check it one more time.
So
Yeah, they whiffed. She whiffed her grab.
So like Salt whiffed her grab, and Aura rolled. So they wound up in the same place in like a relatively like even frame position. Isn't this like exactly the kind of spot where like we're supposed to down smash?
I guess true, because especially since she's facing away.
Well,
right?
I don't think it really matters which way Salt is facing here, because like in this situation we have Falcon like here. This is where they're both standing, right? Or like this is the last frame of Peach's roll, and this is where, and then so Salt has started to her turn, and Peach is standing. So that means that Salt was +1 here. But like, let's be real here. Even if Falcon is facing, does he have anything that hits on 6? I don't think
there's
so.
There's no. Yeah.
Yeah, like we're fine. We're totally fine. Like what characters have moves that beat Peach's down smash when they're right next to her?
Spacey's.
Okay, yeah, technically, yeah. Spacey's absolutely count. Who else?
I mean, another Peach.
That's a tie, and if we're both perfect, if we're both perfect, that's a tie. And I'm not counting that. But yeah, who else? Anyone?
No.
Depends on the percent. I will accept Sheik, but I will say depends on the percent.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
The plumbers, perhaps.
Oh, really?
I mean, like their down smash also hits on 5.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I mean, so technically that's a tie. And like because your down smash is weaker, you're actually favored in the tie because like you will come out of the clank faster. So I'd say it's basically Sheik, Spacey's, Sheik, Asterisk, and Spacey's.
Yeah.
So, like, would we, like, let me ask you, if this was Marth, would we even be thinking twice about this?
No, absolutely not.
So why is Falcon different?
Because I'm scared of him.
Okay, but that's not a thing about the character.
Yeah.
That's not a power he has. That's just we're shook, which is okay. Like we can overcome this. But the point, like you see the point I'm making, like there's so little. This is an oppressive play because there's so little Falcon can do about this. Even if Falcon starts jumping right now, I don't even think he clears this. Because he's airborne on 4. So I guess if he full hops, maybe he does it, but like if he short hops, I think we just get his legs. So it's just we are right up and close with personal with a character who has no we are right next to a character who has no buttons, and we have one of the best buttons, if not the best damn button in the game. Like, make him feel that. He should feel that. He should be feeling that right now.
Yeah, no, I see that.
Yeah. Like, so like...
I'm also wondering after... Sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
I was going to say, I'm also wondering after this, if we have time, if we could watch Peach Falcon, like, loss of mine to see just to see how it kind of compares.
Hell yeah, let's turn this to normal speed then, so... YouTube, cooperate.
I'm just going to pick a random Slippy file, probably.
That's fine. But yeah, let's turn this to normal speed and we'll do this. But like, because yeah, the big thing here is, I think we're seeing, like, what we're seeing here is like, so again, like something I want to point out is, look how many of his stocks look the same. So he gets like this, he gets a dash attack, open up, then like down smashes like next to the Falcon. There's like maybe he gets the conversion there, maybe he doesn't. Like, but either way, like there's kind of like a mix-up. There's like some kind of mix-up situation that happens after in the chaos of the down smash. Yeah, and sometimes he gets it, sometimes he doesn't. But like that is like that seems to be a really big formula for him. After that, like we see like, ooh, let's actually talk about this. So gets this dash attack that he can't combo off of. Falcon shields. What do you think about this dash stance that he's going for?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because my instinct when I see the shield is just going to be to grab. So
right. So like, but like, let's look at what might have happened if we had done that. So like, you go in for this grab, like maybe here on this like dash in, and like Salt is basically getting ready to like full hop out of shield, right? So like, if depending on what timing you're doing your grab at, like you can actually lose that exchange. I'm not saying that grab is a bad move there, but what I want to point out is like, look at how much space Aura is covering by like just chilling here, and how little he's how little he's risking.
Wow.
Like, this looks really awkward for Salt.
Would you say that this sort of thing is like, do you think the lead that he has informs this, or do you think this is just general play?
I think the lead makes it so that, I think the lead helps a little bit. If Salt was ahead and Aura was behind, would this make sense? Yeah, it still makes sense. I might be a little bit more... I might try to do something a little bit... I might try to, like, cover things a little bit more, but, like with a little bit more pressure. Like, maybe I go for a float cancel aerial, for example. Like a Nair or something, instead of, like, just dash dancing, right? Because, like, the Nair will have similar upside of, like, allowing me some coverage, because it's, like, still very difficult to interact with. Like sub-float Nair is difficult to interact with. And if like Salt does that same jump waveland, I might still be able to like, you know, operate in a way that works around what she does after, what she does next. Like, that makes sense to me. I don't think that I don't think that like the dash dance is bad though, whether you're ahead or behind though, because like to me it's just low risk.
Right. Okay.
Like, you're controlling space and you're doing it low risk. Like, one thing I want to point out is like, look at how little Aura has been hit since that situation starts. So 23 gets hit to here. Boom.
Oh.
It's almost
down
like
tilt?
Yeah. On the gentleman, yeah.
Wow.
That's actually such a sick punish. That makes sense though. Like, yeah, if the
Falcon
gentleman,
yeah, it pushed him out a little bit, and so down smash might not have even connected, possibly. I'm not sure.
Here.
Oh no, it probably.
No, it's still gonna connect, but it pulls Falcon behind you.
Right, which is the wrong way. Yeah.
The other thing, like, yeah, down tilt's like a higher reward. The reason that makes sense to me is, like, I feel like the reaction, like, Falcon's Gentleman is a pretty laggy move. Like, the actual knee and, like, the actual third hit is actually pretty laggy. So, if you actually do get the CC on that, like, knowing to, like, down tilt instead of going for down smash or grab or something, like, sometimes, that actually seems like a pretty reasonable reaction because it seems lenient. It's a little situational, but, like, the actual timing is easy enough, which I think is the important thing.
Ooh. Probably just DI.
I don't know what she could have. I don't know what Aura could have done here to escape assault. Because like, if you DI away,
you might just die.
Yeah, you may just die, and then like if you DI in, that happens. Like, I think like sometimes Falcon's just got you. That's one of his superpowers. Like, that's one of the things that makes him oppressive. Also, these up airs are quite good. Well, hell yeah, good use of shield drop to escape. Trying to down smash, obviously. Loses that mix-up. Again, though, like, upon coming back, like, we still have that structure. Like, we have, like, so I guess in that case it's an aerial. We've seen aerial to open a bit, too. But, like, there's kind of, like, this push to, like, find, like... I feel like Aura looks for early game down smash, like, looks for, like, early-ish game down smash a good amount. Because it just leads to, like, good thing. It just leads to good things.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, no, talk to me. What was it about this?
Actually, I think it was just before that.
Okay.
Something about the up air off stage. This one. Yeah, that one up there. Sometimes I wonder if doing that up air helps to, like, make her body smaller so she doesn't get hit. I mean, granted, like, I don't think she could have gotten Salt could have gotten another aerial out yet because she was still in lag from the first up air, but, like,
it does do something, it's just not that.
Yeah.
So, like, what do you look at it carefully? What is it doing? What would happen if
What
he
does
did?
Peach?
What would happen if Aura did not like, do you think Aura's done his double jump, like ascending from his double jump? Like
Oh, it'll help him get to the ground faster if he's still in the double jump animation.
There you
Which
go.
which lets him get the punish or follow up or whatever.
It lets him grab the edge, yeah. Because like
Yeah.
if Peach just keeps going all the way as high as she possibly can, like she's gonna keep traveling there. So the up air cuts the up air cuts her off. So like that would be like, again, like we have efficiency there. Like a key part, like, usually a big part of like being oppressive in general, it has to do with efficiency. Like, and there's different like efficiency means different things depending on like what the demands of a situation are. I would say the most oppressive even though Marth's Fair is, I think, the best move in the game, I think the best move for poking is Jigglypuff's back air, because it doesn't require her to ever play the high-low mix-up because of just how she can drift with it. It's perfect. That said, it's like, I think that one of Peach's strengths here is that, like, with how adjustable she is, like, she has ways of like finding efficiency in interesting ways, like that up air that we just saw.
Yeah.
That really work in her favor. For allowing her to like work in kind of like in precision amounts around enemy tools, or like really like set herself up to meet the needs of a situation. And I think that like what's really like, that's kind of one of the things that's special about the double jump characters in general. Now, with that said, I think that you have some matches for me to take a look. See.
I just picked 2 random ones. I don't even
That's
know.
fine. And you said these are losses, right?
I believe so.
Okay. No worries.
Oh no, sorry. The second one is not. Let me.
Yeah, no, this is fine. It's fine. Like this is a okay. Like we'll make do. Like we can kind of compare and contrast, sort of. Okay,
Sure,
gotcha.
yeah.
So like we've got Wait and Mao. Okay, let's start with Wait, because that one, he looks like the more challenging one. So let's see here. Lower the volume so we don't die, and let's get cooking. Okay. So I noticed some differences. I do notice some differences right off the bat. What do you think they are? Like, what stand, like, we just saw Aura play for a while. What are you doing differently than him?
I'm not really doing very much dash dancing. I kind of just went in and then ran away at a not good distance.
Yeah, to me, like, we're just moving forward at the Falcon.
Yeah.
But like, you know, is that necessarily, like, the other thing I noticed is that you get a lot closer to the the edge than Aura does when they're in the corner. You notice that, like, Aura operates like further away. Like, Aura operates like a little bit more like, well, we'll point it out when it comes up. This is good. Love that. I feel like okay. So what? Yeah. So okay. So tell me about this. Like, tell me about what happened here. So like, we have this turnip in our hand. When we kill him, we respawn. We grab this turnip. We have this turnip in our hand. Tell me what the plan is here.
To wait out the invincibility.
Okay, which is done.
Yeah.
So what happens next? So like, the invincibility is
probably trying to get.
It's right about like here, like right about now. Yeah, he has no invincibility left. So what are we trying to do now?
Hit him, bop him with the turnip, and/or I mean, primarily come back to stage, but if we can bop him with the turnip as well.
So why didn't we throw it? At him?
Yeah, I don't know. I should have just thrown it.
Yeah. Okay. But why should we have thrown it then? Like, why? Like, what is it about throwing it that helps us?
Oh well, I mean, it allows us a safe path to get back.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely, that's it. Like, that's all we need. So why are we still holding it? Like, because this turnip we've had like so much longer than I think we wanted. Like, here, like, even if we hit this back air, because we're holding the turnip, we can't even do anything with this back air.
Yeah.
So it's just, the turnip is hurting us at this point.
It's kind of dead weight.
Yeah, like, it's taking us away from the moves we need. And, like, I'm not saying that turnip is not a good move, but, like, it's good in situations where we're controlling space, like zoning, and we're not there anymore. Like, Falcon's moves so far, like, with the stage that he can just kind of, like, attack us from a lot of spots, so we have to be ready for that. And if we're already in a fight position with him, we really don't want to be holding on to it then. So, because we want our attacks. And it's just, we don't have access to that. Yeah, see, like, when you start moving, I notice, like, it's always, like, you don't really move back with, like, wave dash back or dash. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're basically just going forward, and then you, like, stop with your shield, but I don't see, like, this... I don't see you moving back all that much.
Sure. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. And I also don't see us really, like, going, like... We tend to, like, it is good sometimes to linger with your float aerials. But, like, I think we're doing it... I feel like we're not using enough of the other varieties that can cover other spaces. Like, that was good. That was a little different than what we're seeing here. Why are we jabbing shield? Like, why are we jabbing shields?
Definitely grab.
Yeah, like...
World's prettiest grab.
Like, this first set of jabs makes sense to me. Like, the first set of jabs actually were quite good. Because he actually jumped out of shield here. You'll see it here. We'll go slow. So this... See? This was fire. Love this. What confuses me is, like, you've just slapped Falcon here. And, like, you dash forward. Like, what are you looking for here, exactly?
I don't know. I mean, I think that should just straight up be a grab.
Like, immediate grab, right? Like, jab, like right dash away. Forward, grab. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I absolutely. Like, I don't see a reason to really wait. I definitely don't see a reason for these jabs. I think there's a case you could make for, like, dash dancing. Like, if this guy's, like, super jittery when when his shield is touched by anything, or when, like, tends to, like, leave shield and, like, he doesn't like to shield, basically. So, like, when he's put on the back foot, like, if he's a buffer roller, I could totally see that, like, dash dancing here making sense as well. I could see low float aerial making sense here. This does not make sense. Because it just, like, if he holds block, it doesn't do anything. We don't get anything directly off him, like, buffer... Like, if he buffer rolls, we don't get anything off it. If he jumps or something immediately, we don't get it. Like, it's nothing we get is true. It's, like, it covers one thing and not well. So it's just... Yeah. I will say your drift there was quite good.
Thank you. Do you think I should have thrown?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why we're not... I don't know...
There.
Like, if we throw it in here, he has to, like, run away from it, block, or jump. Which means the up B is then the up B is free.
Yeah.
I feel like you have the like, do you think you have... Are you holding on to this turnip because you don't think you can afford to get rid of it? Or, like what does this turnip mean to you right now?
I think it's... Yeah. I think I was debating if I wanted to throw it before I floated. And then once the float was done... Wait, sorry, can we go back?
Yeah. So you're here. Get hit.
Yep. So normally I would throw it actually before I hit the float. And then there... I don't know. I actually don't know why I didn't throw it. Or at least even like Z-drop so I had access to more options, but...
No. Let's stick to the good one. Like, this is the thing. I feel like I'm starting to get a sense of... Are you considering, like, a lot of different plays in the moment when you're, like, fighting? Like,
as opposed to, like, having, like, a focused thing that I'm aiming towards?
Well, just, like, so to me, when I see this situation, I don't even consider Z-drop an option. Like, I know I can Z-drop, but I don't really see what Z-drop does here that's relevant. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not like once we run out of once the float starts to wear off and we run out of it here, or after this part, like as soon as I run out of float, Z dropping is not like even on my mind because
Yeah.
what do I get from having my aerials here? It's not like
that's true.
I can't aerial and then still land on the stage. So it's not like they're earning me thing. And I don't think I can aerial and grab the edge either. I think I'll be a little too, like, I think I'll be slightly too low. Maybe I can. But, like, either way, there's Falcon here. If I'm, like, doing a move that's high committal and Falcon's right here and going to be actionable in a moment, then, like, that just, yeah, like, you just jump and knee us here. So
Right.
I don't... Like, to me, there's only one thing the turnip... Like, to me, there's only one thing the turnip can do here that's useful, because there's only thing I want to do. Like, I have to find a way to get to the ledge or onto the stage. So, if the turnip is not helping me do either of those things, I don't really care. That is the main... Like, I want the turnip, I want whatever that turnip is to be helping me get one of those to one of those two places. And that means that... And it does absolutely nothing if I drop it over here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe then maybe the reason that instinct came is because I worry about, like you're saying, like getting aerialed by Falcon. Like I think the sweet spot, the perfect time to have done it is like when he air dodged. Right? Or like, I mean, to catch him coming out of the air dodge. But then because that time passed and I didn't do it, I was like, well, what am I supposed to do with it now? And then maybe, I don't know exactly how many frames the aerial...
I don't actually know if, like, we want to hit him out of the air dodge. I kind of think... Because, like, the earlier we throw it, the sooner it's going to hit him. Which means that if he, like... If he holds down on it or something, like, if he finds a way to, like, handle that hit... Because, like, turnips are ASDI downable. I don't... Like, that's what I'm concerned about here. I think now is the right time. I think that this is the right time. Like, I think that a little bit sooner, maybe when you're about here, was the right time to throw it, because... He's just coming out. He's just actionable. If he runs forward and tries to, like, do anything, the turnip's going to hit him. Like, I want to be catching him at the time where he wants to move to grab the edge. Or wants to move to hit you. You see what I mean? Like, it's not... I'm not trying to hit him that far ahead of time. I'm trying to hit him now. Because this is when he'd act. Like, this is when he wants to start acting. Exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
And I want to... the cool thing here is you actually do you use this turnip really well, like the one you get here. Not one thing I want to point out, imagine if we were dash dancing.
Instead of jabbing?
No, instead of shielding after the jabs.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, no. Why am I saying that? Like, what is it about dash dancing here after these jabs when we see him full hop that is good?
We can, if we set ourselves up to punish the landing and to not be in range of his aerials when he lands and to not just be in shield.
There's that. One thing I would ask you, one thing I'd question as well is when are we realistically going to be able to hit Falcon here?
Assuming that he does like an empty land or just in general?
After you double jab him, he full hops. So like when he's full hopping, realistically, what is the soonest point we can actually like go up there and hit him?
I mean, I feel like I should be able to like do like a jump read up air or something, right?
Okay, but he could see you come up and double jump.
Double jump, yeah.
Because he hasn't used that yet. So like, if we want to,
probably not until he gets back, like comes back down.
Right. So, like, does it make sense for us to be in his hit range during that time when we're not sure what he's doing yet?
No.
Right. So, like, if we're dash dancing here, we're in a better position. Like, we're not in the range of... Because you're shielding here, I think, because you are aware that if he just comes down with knee or something, then, yeah, that can hit you. But, or, like, knee or stomp... If he comes down with knee or stomp, he can hit you. But my point is we didn't have to give him that.
Right.
Yeah, we just go here. If we're like...
But stay within like mid-range. Like, yeah.
Here, know what? Honestly, let's pull up Aura. Let's pull up Aura Salt. Let's actually. This is a great moment to compare. So let me just get that back on my screen. Where is my history? There we go. Cool. In fact, let's even look at FD. Okay, so, okay, yeah, we have another stock coming up. Aura, start winning! Aura, no! Alright, whatever. Oh, wait, but he gets edge-guarded for like a minute here. Yeah, we're going ahead. I remember this now. So, like, we have, like, those are... I'm pretty sure those F-tilts were supposed to be dash attacks, but, like... You see what I mean? Like, there's so much, like... What do you think... What is it... What do you think is the difference between, like, him moving back and forth like that, or, like...
Yeah.
And versus, like, what you're doing?
Versus
like,
just, like, going in and, like, holding forward.
Like, because he still goes forward sometimes. But, like, not all... But, like, it's not expected for him to do that.
Right.
Because, like, there's still, like, some, like, effort to, like, control neutral positions and such. Like, or, like, maintain spacings. Yeah, there's, like, again, like, there's still a good amount of holding forward, but, like, it's not, there's, like, breaks in the action, too.
Yeah.
So...
It's also less it's not committal, and then when you finally do decide to go in, you're, like, creating a reaction point. As opposed to just like the default setting is you're coming in, so they always know that they can. They like if you always go in, then you already like are supplying them with the counterplay.
Yeah,
right?
like
as opposed to like
you're letting them know what you're supposed to do.
Right, exactly.
It's almost like they know what fight pattern you're going to be doing. While you can be good at mixing up that fight pattern, and you can get very good at that. But, like, you're always kind of, like, trying to solve their... Even though you're the one taking all the initiative, you're also still then trying to solve their problem. Which is, like...
Right.
Which you don't have to... Which you don't have to give them that kind of... You don't have to give them that kind of advantage. Like, look at how effectively or is able to, like, control... Like, keep Salt, like, pinned. Just by, like, using his dash dance after these aerials a little bit. Because she can't find a way in on him. Because, like, it's really hard to punish this. So, like, let's now go back to your match and compare. Because, like, this is, I think, instructive. So, like, look at what you're... So, actually, that is some of the best play I've seen from you in this game so far. So, like, hell yeah. Now, let's see what happens next.
I don't know what that down air was.
Yeah, we want it, like... I think there's a lot of things that could be done for cleaning up your float heights specifically with your downers. But, yeah, like, what was this? Like,
yeah, no clue.
Well, and the other thing here is like you're just kind of like floating and waiting. You're not like adjusting with his position all that much.
Right.
So like, whereas if we could look at Aura with the edge guarding, there's so much like emphasis on drift. Like, you see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's like because that was awkward. But he still got it because he just kept like following her along and using what advantage he did have in the situation to like cover her like the path that she had to move in. This is
reminded me. I just watched Nun versus Triff, and it was very similar. Like the edge guarding drift game is like crazy.
I think the number one technical skill for you to work on is honestly. So there's two. So, no, I'll give you number one first, but then I'll give you the second one. So, key takeaways, I think the most useful thing for you to do is get used to using your drift. So, like, and I don't mean just in edge guards, but, like, I'm gonna say opportunity, like, use, like, we want to be more comfortable. No, we want to build comfort using Peach's drift during her natural falling. No, her natural rising and falling from jumps. So what this means rising and falling from jumps and when holding a float. So like both of them. It's not good enough to just like you're not going to be able to cover things the way you want to if you only focus on one. You're going to have to learn both of them, and she has a different airspeed when she's doing her like short hopper, when she's just normal in the air like normal, compared to when she is floating. So that will take some getting used to. But that's like super important, and like in specifically in edge guarding and neutral spacing positions, the goal is to be able to use drift to align with enemy characters, to maintain your footing, or cover options, etc. Maintain your footing, cover options. Whiff punish, etc. Yeah. The other big one is dash dancing. So opportunity 2, and it's just there is a massive not even massive, but there is a lack of wave dash back and dash dance to maintain positioning. On stage. I don't think you need wave dash back with her quite as much, but I mean, like, she does shield a good amount, and it's good out of shield, so like fair enough. And like you can down smash out of it, but yeah, there's a lack of wave dash back and dash dance to maintain positioning on stage and make minor spacing adjustments to how the opponent engages. The goal is to be able to test the opponent's response to dash forward, without committing as hard as we currently are. This will enable better runs and such later. And then the last thing here is, what's something that you are taking away from this? What's something that stands out that you learned today?
Honestly, I think you kind of covered it. I think the drift thing is going to be big. I think the dash dancing thing is going to be big. And I think in general, I just want to get better at like which aerial I'm choosing when, depending on the situation.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So like, hit prioritization. So like when watching Aura, we noticed a lot more structure with what hits he chooses at what percents and game state. In game states, we want going forward. I strongly encourage playing with mindfulness about what a play did for what an aerial or attack gave us, gave you, and whether there's an option that you could have chosen instead that would have been better. Ideally, try to focus on plays that limit. Ideally, try to focus on finding plays that limit the opponent's counterplay. The opponent's counterplay as much as possible. Counterplay as much as possible. As much as possible. E.g., grab versus Falcon landing on FD example, compared to D smash, D tilt, U-air, etc.
Yeah.
Because and I think that these will do you a lot. Oh, and the last thing, the turnip thing. Let go of your turnips.
Yeah.
You let go of your turnips. They don't do anything until they leave your hand.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna cut the recording here.